Hello and welcome back to the Cronecast of the Rising Moon. My name is Elaine, and on this channel I do yes and no tarot, I do predictive tarot, I do active magic, candle magic tarot, I do the Spirit Guide Monthly live every last Friday of the month, and I hope you're able to join me. But I'm also a divine conduit for the Spirit of Air, the Archangel Gabriel, which means that I can bring you messages from the divine. And that is what I have for you today. This deck is called Spooky. It is a 30-year-old Rider-Waite deck that stopped reading as a tarot deck several years ago, and it functions to bring divine messages from your spirit guides and directly from the Archangel Gabriel, which is the Spirit of Air. And this message is, what will you be celebrating soon? Felt like everybody needed a little bit of encouragement, and when I went and I meditated and I asked, what was I supposed to be doing today? What reading was I supposed to record? I'm supposed to record a message from Spooky, which I have never done before, so this ought to get interesting. I have 4 piles and a pick-a-card presentation. Meditate, see which one calls out to you. That is the message that you're most meant to receive. And again, the point of this reading is, what will you be celebrating soon? I will see you at the time of your reading. Welcome back. If you chose pile number 1, then this is your reading. Hey, before I get started, please don't forget to subscribe. If you hit that post bell notification, you'll know every time that I post a video. And if you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, because that genuinely helps my channel. But you're pile number 1, and this is Spooky, my slightly unnerving Rider-Waite. So the tarot cards are not going to be very interesting to look at. They're just standard Rider-Waite, but we'll see what the messages are. Pile number 1, what are you going to be celebrating soon? Spirit, heavenly assistance from your angels and guides. A better connection is what that would usually indicate. The ability to feel guided, to feel the divine moving within your life. Haystack, karma, you will reap what you have sown. Actually, that is excellent. Half the people, well, more than half the people, most of the people that I know are simply trying to do their best in a challenging world. If you've been trying and you feel like nothing ever turns in your direction, that it's all just like yelling into a well and nothing ever returns to you, this is telling you that all that you have done is coming back to you. Do good in this world and good will return to you. And this is, I shine my light outwards for all to see. Your light is returning to you. All that you have done in this world to try and make it better, all that you have done to try and love and to meet your own standards, to be a person you can admire, to truly earn your self-respect, all of that is returning to you. You'll be celebrating grace. This is the most beautiful energy anybody can inhabit, because it is peaceful, it has belief in it, it has love of self and of others and of all. And then I have dolphin, play, swim in the happy joy of living, inhale confidence and exhale fear, dive into your wisdom and go with the flow. And then I have attachment, accumulation, defensiveness, and scarcity are leaving your life. And then I have marriage. You are attracting emotional fulfillment and unconditional love. So what does celebrating something soon mean? Well, for me, because I'm a naturally impatient person who's been trying to heal that forever, I'm going to say that means within the next 90 days. And so that would be before the end of the year. For some people, it's going to be even sooner than that. I don't think it'll be any longer than that. Grace, happiness, light, the reasons to believe again are coming back to you. And you will reap what you have sown. So remember that. That's what you'll be celebrating. You'll be releasing attachments to person, places, and things that are no longer serving you. You'll be reaping what you sow. Apparently, if you are not already married, you will be attracting a divine partnership. And you'll be walking in a state of grace, while enjoying all around you and feeling the love of the divine flow through you and to you as things are moving in a fairly miraculous direction. Let's keep going here. What is pile number 1? What's the message from Spooks? Let's go, let's go, let's go. What do you want pile number 1 to know? What do you want pile number 1 to know, Spooky? What are they going to be celebrating soon? We're going to go on 3 if you don't start dropping them, dude. 1. I have a very strange relationship to this deck. One day it simply quit reading like a rider. Okay. One day it quit reading like a rider-waite and instead started delivering messages. Okay. And I was going to take 5 because 5 is the energy of change. Let's go here. Okay, well, there is material success coming to you and stability and security with this Ace of Pentacles. You are leaving behind your fears. You are entering a state of peace, apparently grace as well. You will be leaving something that it's a burden you've been carrying for quite a while, and it is the thing that you are releasing from your life. More magic will be entering your life with the High Priestess and the Upright. You'll be seeing manifestations. That's one of the meanings of the Ace of Pentacles as well. There is something you asked for that you are unlikely to get, but you're going to know why. And you kind of already know why. Like deep in your heart, you know you've been asking for something that over the course of time, you're like, is it really worthy of me? And so there is something that you're leaving behind, but you're moving into a much better energy. There's good gain. Your connection to spirit will be established in a way where when you're asking, hey, give me guidance, like you're going to really, really feel it. Can I get more messages for group number 1? What will they be celebrating soon? Can you tell me more? Apparently there's a partnership coming up. And Deceit with Angel of Balance and Yin Yang. Oh, wait, man holding a heart and then Yin Yang. So a man holding a heart, of course, can be, this is emotional fulfillment, better emotional flow. It is a new love interest. You are leaving behind an energy in which you kind of felt, here's what I've got, group number 1. You want to believe, and you have, but you never see the return on your efforts, and you've been wondering what the point of it is. You felt almost like you've been tricked by the universe, by your spirit guides, and by whatever is out there trying to encourage you to believe in something that never seems to pay off. And very soon, very soon, this is not 60 days. This is in the next few weeks. You are returning to a state of balance. You will be receiving more love. Yin Yang, of course, is your divine partnership because this is the masculine and the feminine. As you are returned to a state of balance, which you feel you felt very depleted. You felt very depleted. You feel like all you ever do is like extend yourself and you don't receive anything in return. Let's keep going here. What else does pile number 1 need to know about what they're going to be celebrating soon? That Ace of Pentacles is frequently, that's an increase in fortune and material wealth. Pentacles are about earthly matters. The difficult times are almost behind you. Be on your guard against chaos or unforeseen perils or emotional upheavals are foretold. That goes with that deceit energy, but I don't think that's what you're going to be celebrating. I think what you're going to be celebrating is the leaving that behind. That's the attachment. Whatever was kind of capturing your heart and your mind for a while, and you've known it for a little bit, this is not new news to you. Like if this is coming as a wait, what? Kind of, it's not your pile. This is not a surprise. This is something that when you hear it, it's just going to kind of settle in and it's going to have that feeling of washing over your soul, and like it will give you that case of acceptance. There was something that you wanted that was not for you. And you tried and you tried and you tried. But you have recently been trying to kind of live in that state of grace, to find peace, to find fulfillment, to try and experience life with an eye towards appreciating all and feeling your own power within this world, and understanding that even if you can't control the circumstances around you, you can control your reaction to the circumstances. And all of that is bringing you just a renewed energy, renewed hope, grace and peace and love. And it all starts very, very, very soon. You've chosen to be the best person you can be within this life, despite your challenges, despite your obstacles. You hold yourself to a standard. That's that haystack energy. You hold yourself to a standard. You won't step on other people to rise above. You have, throughout the course of your life, tried to adhere to a set of rules, and it doesn't have anything to do with religion. It doesn't have to do with punishment and shaming. It just always resonated with you. You knew that which was right, and you believed, and it's not that you've never done anything wrong. We all do things that are wrong. It's just that your base setting, the bulk of your character, the bulk of your energy, has always been very dedicated to that which is right and good and pure. And you are going to have a return on that within this year, within this calendar year. And it's sooner than that. Like dawn is breaking as we speak. Moderation is there something you know you shouldn't be eating. Try to eat mindfully and healthfully. Allow the fairy, although the fairies say a little bit of what you fancy is fine. You might have sought numbness through substances or food or, casual hookups. And there's not a darn thing wrong with that. It's just that I think you're finding them a little bit empty. And as you go forward, your soul is, you've questioned a lot of things in the last, it's been more than a year. You questioned whether or not there was any point. I think at different points you've had a hard time holding on. And what you're going to be celebrating soon is the culmination of all your efforts, the culmination of all your faith. And you have felt almost as if, you were tested for the sake of testing you, and you weren't. Let's get this up. Sorry I dropped everything there. I'm going to pick everything up, and 4 cards is way too many. Does this particular deck have anything to add? Boy, it's a little bit of a hash. Maybe it doesn't. What else are we going to be celebrating here? What else are we going to be celebrating here? All right. I'm going to go back to spooky here in just a moment. I want to pick up the cards, see what else I can get off of them. 2 more times. 1. Is there anything? And 2. The birth of a child brings great blessings to you and the world. Now, this can be quite literal. This can be quite literal. If you have been trying to conceive, then this is your sign that there will be the start of something new and successful. If not, it means that a new cycle is beginning. You have let the old versions of yourself go, and you have retained all that you admire in yourself. And it has not been easy. It hasn't been easy. There have been so many difficult times that at times I think you've wondered if you're crazy, if you're mentally ill, because it has been that hard sometimes. You're not. You were extraordinarily tested. A problem is leaving your life and it will never return. Your future's a little bit nebulous because there are so many options available to you. And your guides want you to know that all of the times that you cried out in pain, you were heard. There was a longer journey to be taken, and you may have had trouble with it. You begged for peace. Honestly, pile number 1, I think you begged to be released. And you wondered why over and over again. But what you're going to be celebrating soon is the answer to that. There was a set of circumstances, 3 things needed to shift. And the 3rd would not shift, and the 3rd would not shift. And it had nothing to do with you or your efforts. It had everything to do with the greater world. You will have love soon in your life, and it will remain with you for the rest of your life. Your belief has always been there. Even when you started to believe that maybe there wasn't any point for you personally, you still believed. And what you will be celebrating is a culmination of all of the faith and the effort that you have placed into your life. Even when you weren't reaping rewards, you will soon. You will reap what you sow. Your life will be filled with joy once more. You will be living in a great state of grace. You have healed whatever unhealthy attachment styles that you've had. Your connection to spirit will be strengthened, and you will, particularly through dreams, and you haven't dreamed very much. You haven't, like, I'm talking subconscious, at night, middle of the night, dreaming. You have not had much come to you through that. But your dream world is returning to you. Your true love that you have suffered so much trying to find is coming to you very, very soon. Okay, so pile number one, that was an interesting one, because what I've got here is somebody whose faith was so challenged that you were completely uncertain if there really was a divine presence. And what you're being told is you shine your light outwards for all to see, and that Spirit has noted that, and your prayers are being answered. So that's what you'll be celebrating very soon. There is a shift in this energy in the next couple of weeks for you. Keep hanging on, and you'll start seeing the signs very, very, very soon. Very soon. I'm not kidding, very soon. That's what Spooky wanted you to know, group number one. So hang in there. There's something going on right now where you're almost at the bitter edge and wondering, how can I keep doing this when there doesn't seem to be any point to it? What you're going to be celebrating soon is evidence of what the point has always been. Okay, so that was your reading. If you want to book me for a private reading, please, there's a link to my website in the description box down below, and I would love a chance to read for you in real life. Beauty is returning to your life. Take care. Welcome back. If you chose pile number two, then this is your reading. Hey, this is Spooky. Spooky is a divine message deck. It does not read quite like a tarot card deck. Basically, it connects me to your guides through the Archangel Gabriel or the Spirit of Air. It is part of being a divine conduit, and so these messages are from the divine. So group number one's message was very interesting indeed. We're going to see what happens with group number two. What will you be celebrating soon? What is about to change for the better in your world? And how did Spooky become a divine message deck? That is a very, very long story. But it was spooky when it first started happening, and that is what I call this deck. But truly it is a connection, direct connection to my conduicy. So let's get going and see what's changing. What are you going to be celebrating soon? Group number two. Self-confidence, strong self-belief, and a sense of worth. That's a lot of validation. Fair man, dealing or relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. Very interesting. All right, so interesting. My words and actions are of beauty, compassion, and love. I have wisdom. All that you have learned will serve you going forward. Apparently, your confidence is like you're going to have an affirmation of a validation of all that you've done. I think this may actually be in a business setting, but I'm not positive. White stag protector. You are an old soul. Your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Awaken to the powerful force within. You are meant to create blessings with your magic. I have emotional freedom, vulnerability, flowing, rebalancing, and then I have goals. Progress is positive and personal goals will be achieved. Group number two. Listen, I think you're getting a job offer or a contract from someone who might be a little bit older. It does appear to be a man. It's going to be very validating after a long period of struggle. It is going to give you a sense once more that all of the lessons that were brought to you, and they may have been really tough lessons, by the way, I'm not laughing because it's funny, I'm laughing because I relate, but you've always been protected, and you will believe that again. What you'll be celebrating soon is that you'll be surrounded by beauty, compassion, and love, but particularly, it sounds like it is with this goals card, it's going to be material success. Let's find out. Let's find out. What is group number 2 going to be celebrating soon, Spooky? Remember, this does not read quite like a tarot card deck. It's very difficult to explain how this reads. All right, Spooks, what do you want to tell us, group number 2? I usually wait for cards to drop out of this deck, but they don't always. We got a flipper. Yep. Okay, so that's the 6 of Wands. That's okay. Can I get 2 more, please? Okay. The 6 of Wands, you've been treading water doesn't even begin to cover it. You have been in a holding pattern. Want one more, dude? Can I get one more? Thank you. All right. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, there's a second chance with somebody coming up as well. Is this person necessarily a blonde or white hair? Like it genuinely could be, but please don't overinvest in that particular description. This is a romantic dreamers card. You are making progress you're going to be celebrating a windfall type of energy where you're going to see an increase in money that is available to you. Your luck is turning in a much better direction. Your emotional fulfillment is not something you're being given a lot of information about here, but something is coming back to life in your life, and it is actually your faith. You have been struggling for so long that it doesn't, like, to say it's a struggle it's not like it's just the state of being that you've been inhabiting. You've chosen to keep hanging on, but sometimes it's been hanging on by a thread. And what you're going to be celebrating is everything coming into the shape that you had hoped for. Choices are ahead of you. What else do I have for group? Ooh. Well, that's something that I'm glad to see that you're leaving behind. Let's tell you what it was about. What were you envying others? You'll be celebrating. Okay, well, the only thing to be a little bit aware of is that your good fortune, like, you're a figure of envy for other people, and you don't ever think of yourself that way. And that's completely normal. It's completely normal to, like, view, like, your life from, like, it's like, you know what, this is much harder than it looks. And contract, I'm telling you, you have an offer coming in. Hostilities, Angel of Love, Healer of the Ages. Okie dokie. Listen, that's the second chance energy that I just picked up. Separately, there is a second chance coming with a person that I don't think you had the world's best parting with. I don't know if it turned crickets on you. I don't know if there were heated words. I don't know if your last exchange was angry. But you're going to have a chance to repair that relationship, and there is a new beginning there. But mostly what I've got coming here is enough financial gain that be prepared. Be prepared. You're going to be the envy of a couple of people. And do they hurt you? No, you're very, very protected. But there is a new beginning for you in your stability. Your goals are being achieved. You will, like, you've attracted the attention of somebody who is making you an offer in a business setting. They are there's a choice to be made around that is the thing. Whether or not your freedom means more to you or your stability. And there's no wrong answer here. It's just that you're asking what you're going to be celebrating soon, and it's going to be the feeling of self-determination in your life again. You felt like you were a puppet of like it. Like I don't think you even like hearing about your higher self anymore because you're like, that is a jerk. Your higher self's not a jerk. Your higher self understands that this period of your life is going to pass and is like upset because that hostilities card, man, you have not been a happy camper with the whole divine thing for a while. New home, moving is a step in the right direction for you. This can be a new home energy as well. The Six of Wands can be but it's, does this have to be literal? It's a new beginning. It's a new beginning in stability and security. What you're going to be celebrating soon, though, is a job offer. And that is, there's some other things around it, but that's the thing that you're meant to be knowing. And at the time that comes in, all of the unhappiness that you've been experiencing, because like you really have been, like you just have been almost at your wit's end on more than one occasion. Your emotions have been all over the place at times. Some days you're up, some days you're down, some days it doesn't even get sustained for a day. You've almost wondered, am I like bipolar? And I'm not trying to make a joke, I'm genuinely not. Like this has been something that has crossed your mind because you can wake up in one day in mood, like go through a period of emotional purging for a couple of hours and you're always trying to get back to the ground in which you're working from a place of faith and belief. Your faith is going to pay off. There will be a new beginning in multiple areas of your life. You've been in the long, dark night of the soul energy, and dawn is breaking. And the way that you will know that is that within the next 30 days, I would say, one of your goals is going to be achieved when an offer is made to you that will boost your confidence. There's a choice involved. And know that it could draw the envy of others, but that you're going to know, you're going to ask for your guidance, and you're going to know what the right step to take is. But you will be celebrating an offer of employment or a contract that is being signed, something that brings you greater success, greater wealth. And as that begins to happen, as that reality around you begins to change, more comes to you. More comes to you in a personal sense. And you get confused sometimes. You get confused as to why things had to happen like this. Like you feel like the universe is football. Like they just kicked me around for the fun of it. Opportunities. An important offer will be made. Be prepared and dressed to impress. Hey, group number 2, I'm not going to keep pushing on this. What's happening soon is an offer. You have a contract, an offer, a job that is coming to you, and I think it's within the next 30 days. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you see it is the right time for you. But an offer is coming to you, likely from an older man. As that finally shifts, as that energy finally shifts in your life, you're going to see that many things it'll be like an avalanche. As that energy shifts, so many things will change. You know, I was out earlier today trying to figure out what I was going to do a reading on, and I asked for guidance on that. And it is the only time I've been doing this on YouTube for 2 years that this deck that I call spooky, and like sometimes I go to spooky, sometimes I don't, depends on where I am with my energy and my connection to guides. This has been the only time, and I do not anticipate it happening again, that it was time to do a message from spooky. You're going to have an achievement of your goals very, very soon. And when you do, that will begin to shift everything. Group number 2, keep the faith, keep trying, keep believing, never give up. And know that you are loved and you are protected and that you are doing right in a world that desperately needs it. That was your reading, group number 2. If you want to book me for a private reading, there's a link to my website in the description box down below. I would love a chance to read for you in real life. Take care, be well, enjoy that success. Welcome back. If you chose pile number 3, then this is your reading. Hey, this is spooky. Spooky is a divine message deck. This is a direct link to my conduit. It doesn't read exactly like a tarot card deck. I just get messages off of the cards. It's very difficult to explain. And so when it started happening, it kind of scared the crap out of me, and I nicknamed this deck Spooky, and so that's where that name comes from. We have a bunch of oracle cards. What are you going to be celebrating soon? Before I get started, hey, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. It really does help my channel. If you hit the post bell notification, you will know every time that I post a video. In the course of 2 years, I have never, ever gotten a message to do a reading solely with Spooky. And the first 2 piles already proved why that happened today. Let's see what yours has to say, group number 3. Oh, thank God. Prosperity. A prosperous business with riches and success. Let's see what else is coming. Time to go out and have fun. I think your worries are going to be a thing of the past. I am open and responsive to abundance of the universe. And I have dreams. I have raccoon inventor. Decide on what you really want. You have the ingenuity to claim it. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You have many roles and can juggle them well. Work from a place of integrity always. You have tremendous power. What you're going to be experiencing soon, what you're going to be celebrating soon, is a manifestation of your success. I think you've been trying to do that for a while. You do all of the work. You've been trying to bring abundance into your life. You have inspirational creation, alchemy, the elements, innovation. And then I have fool. Have the courage to embrace change. Take risks and be adventurous. A brand new beginning is coming to you. Okay, a brand new beginning in your prosperity, something that you've been trying to make happen, something you've been trying to manifest, what you're going to be celebrating soon. A prosperous business is what the Making Magic deck says. And the Fool, of course, from the fortune reading deck is also the Fool from the tarot deck. And the Fool is a leap of faith, traveling lightly, leaving that past energy behind. Apparently, your success is taking off soon, and you'll be celebrating a more carefree existence after a period of difficulty that defies description. All right, Spooky, let's get going. What are we telling group number 3 about? What are they going to be celebrating soon? Let's go, Spooks. Now, normally I do not put this down and cut. Usually cards drop out, but if they don't, I will put it down on the count of 4. Let's see. Go, Spooks. What do we need for group number 3, please? What do we got for group number 3, please? What have we got for group number 3? And this is 2, 3. And this is 4. All right. Okay. The Emperor in reverse. The Tower in reverse. Strength card in the upright. 4 swords in the upright. King of Cups in the upright. Okay, well, you're overcoming your past difficulties. Whatever caused this feeling of powerlessness in your life, whatever caused this feeling of being at the whim of fate, as if all you could ever do was battle against something that was pushing against you, that is leaving your life entirely. You are standing on the cleared ground of the Tower in reverse and knowing your own strength. Your dreams are starting to come true. You will feel the divine at work in your life once more, and you haven't. You genuinely haven't. It has been a real test of everything inside of you to remain the person that you want to be, because you are actually quite powerful. And you have noticed in the past that you can do mind magic. And it has been a real struggle for you to not start wishing ill on those who have hurt you. It's been a real struggle for you to continue to try, even though you feel like you don't get adequate return on your efforts. And several things had to be in place in a way that you could not see what was happening. And what the divine, what you need to know is absolutely everything will make sense. It will make sense. It doesn't right now. And it has been noted that you kept going even though you were in insane amounts of pain. Just insane amounts of pain. And the thing that you would always do is find your way back to believing. You always found your core again. You always found your strength. Okay. Romance. Love is set to sizzle. The chance for romance is high for those seeking a connection. Group number 3, I was wondering if, because anybody who watches my spirit guide monthlies or weeklies, they used to be weeklies and now they're monthlies. I have a very special relationship to group number 3 because they have been put through the ringer. And I was wondering what group number 3 would be like here. It is not one thing, it will be all things. Your entire, it's the last piece is falling into place. And it is soon. It's so soon that you feel it. You know it, but you're afraid to trust it. You know that everything is shifting once again. That you're not going to get all the way through a full month without all of the evidence of everything that you're gonna know why. You're gonna know why it had to be like this. There was somebody in your life who's gonna take advantage of it. That's why. That's why everything had to be held off. And you kind of know it. It had to wait. Everything in your life had to wait. It was not pointless. Holiday. The answers you're looking for can be found during a vacation, retreat, or holiday getaway. Listen, this is love. This is love. Apparently, you're being reminded to, like, you take time off sometimes. You take time off sometimes. Like, it's never easy for you. Your trust is, it's a battered and beaten thing, but it's still there. Okay, well, is this trying to solve me? Because it just fell out in a chunk. Garden in the gate, community, the sun, rest and rejuvenation. Okay, so what do we have going here? We have a new romance. We have the promised land. Time to go out and have fun. Holiday, community, the sun. Your season is changing. You went through so flippin' much because the Tower in reverse, you didn't just lose one thing. Every single thing you believed about life and purpose and where everything is meant to be in this world was challenged. You will be prospering and living an abundant life, and you're going to have enough coming to you that you're being reminded that that's not the point of what's coming to you. Is we overinvest in the idea of money as being what prosperity is. You're going to see evidence again. You search for it, you look for it, you'll ask for signs, and like you talk to the divine constantly. And a lot of the time you've been asking, like, why? What the hell? Like, what, why? And come together. Fairies like to be busy, and a group of them is showing you that many hands make light work. Working as a team helps get the job done. Hey, you got community as well. You got holiday. You've got gatherings with... What are you going to be celebrating? First of all is like the evidence of a return on your output. But beyond that, it's almost like an avalanche effect. You will be celebrating love and prosperity and the past fading into the past. And whatever disappointments were there, you will understand why they had to be. Decide what you really want. You have the ingenuity to claim it. Practice integrity. You have many roles and can juggle them well. New beginnings, your dreams coming true, prosperity, and of course, we had romance. Okay, so group number 3. I guess the more, and I'm so glad, because if anybody deserves it, it's my poor group number 3 people who have been kicked around like football. You aren't just going to be celebrating one thing, you're going to be celebrating all things. And why did it take so blessed long? Something had to end, and an influence in your life had to be negated. There was somebody who is, and they still will, they will still covet everything that you have achieved, and they cannot get in your way. But that's why it took so long. The reason your faith was so challenged, the reason your ability to believe and to invest was so challenged, is you have enough power that you had an adversarial force working against you. And that has been defeated, and it was defeated a while ago. And now is finally the time for everything to come. And that includes love and success and resonance and purpose and a new beginning with a healed heart. Okay, group number 3, that was your reading. If you want to book me for a private reading, there's a link to my website in the description box down below. Take care and be well. Welcome back. If you chose group number 4, pile number 4, then this is your reading. Hey, this is Spooky. Spooky is a divine message deck. It is a direct link to my conduit, which is the Archangel Gabriel or the Spirit of Air. It is the spirit of advanced communication, the bringer of truth and epiphanies, and that is what I'm a conduit for. And this deck helps me communicate with it very directly. And today, earlier I was out meditating, asking, hey, what am I supposed to do a reading on? And this was what came through, is that after 2 years of doing this on YouTube, and I have never done a spooky reading before, and I doubt I ever will again, although I guess I shouldn't say that, I'm doing a reading from Spooky. What will you be celebrating soon? It has been a really fun one so far. Let's see what group number 4 has going. Power symbol. Cleanse, purify, and protect the physical body. Let's hope that's an increase in healing. I have bowl. Plenty of material things. Yay. All right. By the way, this deck does have like really grim cards in it, and none of them showed up, which I'm very, very glad. I will not remain stuck. I choose change. Okay. I have patience. Your patience is paying off, apparently. Change is coming to you in the influx of material good as well. Grizzly bear, power. Oh my goodness, power symbol and then power. I am indestructible. I honor my intuition and go where it leads. Love and gentleness are my real strength. I never give up. I will succeed. And I have lion. Harness the loyal and protective aura of the lion and charge ahead magnificently. Apparently, what you're going to be celebrating soon is a feeling of power within your own existence. Sacral portal, oh my goodness. Creativity, intimacy, and inhibition. This is your sacral chakra. It is the one right above your root chakra and about 2 inches below your belly button. Has to do with passion, drive, creativity. Okay, already this looks amazing, but it does look as if you are going to be feeling powerful again after a period of feeling as if you were fate's plaything. Your power is what your patience is paying off. And by the way, Like, that's something you had to learn, was patience. And you would ask over and over, it's like, oh my God, not patience again. How much more do I have to learn? And you weren't being punished. You were being given a gift. And like, it was very, 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 very difficult for you to view it that way. But all good things are coming to you. And particularly materially, like you're going to have enough to share on a level that is very important to you. You believe in the worthiness and the rightness. You have that divine spark within. I think you've always wanted to make a better world. All right, here, let's go, spooky. What are we telling group number 4? Remember, this does not read quite like a tarot deck, and I'm never going to adequately be able to describe to you how in the world I read it if it does not work like a tarot deck. It works as a connector to what I'm a conduit for. And it's one of the things that hones my ability to channel. In fact, I'm sure that I sound very weird throughout the course of this reading simply because of that. Like, I have my voice has a tendency to drop and all kinds of things, but it's channeling. All right, here we go. Can I get one more, please? Is there one more? Do I have one more? Can I have one more, please? I just need one more, dude. Can I get one more? Really? Okay. Alrighty. What else did we have? Oh, yeah. All right, half the deck flipped, so I'm going to flip it back. Do I want one more? Oh, my goodness. Okay. Okay. Oh boy, you've been isolated. Okay, so group number 4, there is, what you're celebrating soon is an increase in power, an increase in personal wealth, an increase in an ability to change the situation. Very clearly, this is a connection with a person that you've had past life experiences with them. They may in fact be a soulmate. With that passion card, I'm not going to rule out the possibility that we're talking about a relationship. But for the most part, you have been cutting through the confusion to find the truth in your life. Your ability to feel self-directed, to be very much in tune with the feeling of rightness and of purpose, of drive and of strength. These are the things that are coming back to you. Patience is, like, spoiler alert, going to be a lifelong battle for you. It just is. You're very powerful, and when you direct your will, you like to see it happen. And that has been your biggest struggle, is the pace at which things happen when you want them to occur instantaneously, because you have that kind of power in you. You have the ability to just kind of focus and make things change. You are, this lion energy is, you've got, that's what you've been so frustrated because never before has your indomitable will felt like it made such little difference. And this stop and stagnated energy for you was everybody's energy, but you had never experienced it really for yourself before. There's a karmic lesson being taught to the world. It was never personal. Your ability to impact a situation is returning to you. Your ability to manifest, and you have felt like it's been missing. Like, you used to be able to make up your mind to do something and it was practically done. And that has not been what it's been like. Oh, holy crap. You've got the power. Your abilities to resolve this situation, you can do this. Use your abilities to resolve. Hey, so do I need to really keep going here? I kind of feel like I don't. What are you going to be celebrating soon? A feeling of power, a feeling of gain, a feeling of being able to impact a situation after a feeling of helplessness. Your physical health is like, it might have been challenged in like that you were very fatigued and very drained, and because you were not used to like not being able to make an impact on things, you just drove and drove and drove and poured in effort and poured in effort. And it was almost like you thought everything up until this point had been a joke. That like maybe you'd always imagined that you were able to get things done, that you had been lying to yourself, and you weren't. You are somebody who believes in right and fair and good things. And it has been a very difficult time period for you. Intuition. Trust your intuition. It's a great time to learn a new skill, change careers, or invest money. Now, never let me make your decisions for you, sincerely. You've got the power symbol card, and a lot of these things are saying that your feeling of being powerful within your reality, making a change, being able to affect things, you weren't able to, and it was 100% a test of your ever-loving patience. God help you. And how well did that go for you? Well, sometimes it went better than others. Sometimes you were about ready to burn your own house down out of frustration with how difficult it was to get anything done. And like, it was almost like you thought, well, maybe my time has passed. Maybe that time in my life where I just had to lean in on learning something, and it was like all the pieces of that reality would assemble around me because I wanted them to. And you really thought maybe it was just done, that you had entered into a new cycle of your life. No, that's not it. Like I said, there was a karmic lesson in the overall world, and you were being taught how to wait for things. Because you made some mistakes in the past when you didn't wait for the right things. And were those tests that you, I don't want to say failed, but you chose in ways that did not enrich your life. All right. Okay. Well, apparently a relationship. Oh, okay. All right. I'm not going to take the rest of those, although I did see what they are. They're just reiterating, like there's a psychic connection to someone already, past life connection, a soulmate person. Does this have to be romantic? No, it doesn't. But you've got 2 cards of passion. So one of the things that's going to be changing for you is apparently you're going to have a buddy if you feel like it. And remember, if this is not welcome news to you, it does not have to happen. The divine will never be like, well, I'm sorry, your consent doesn't matter. Your consent will always matter. What you will be celebrating soon is a feeling of being powerful, of being attractive, of being able to manifest, of knowing that you are like, I'm back. It is the end of doubt. It is a belief in your ability to impact a situation. And as the world goes a little bit wonky around you, you will get your feet so firmly underneath you. You will be celebrating a feeling of return to self. You will be celebrating an increase in all things that are material due to your own power. This just delights me. I will not remain stuck. I choose change. You have been stuck, though. As you tried and tried and tried and tried and tried to learn this lesson about patience. And after a while, it didn't feel like a lesson. After a while, it felt like I'm just broken. I can't do anything any longer. Nothing ever will change for me again. Please do not forget that you also have this energy coming to you. If you want a divine partnership, if you want something to light you up, that is something within your menu of choice. But really what you're going to be celebrating is manifestation again. And for a while, nothing was manifesting. For a while, and like, how long's a while? Good Lord, like, I'm going to go with 20 months, at least 20 months. Like, it has been a while since you felt like I can really make stuff happen. And you used to be the person who always felt like you were making things happen. Your patience is you've learned as much as you're capable of learning right now. And like, I'm not laughing at the whole concept. I'm laughing at the frustration around like you tried and you tried and you tried, and it has been noted. It has been noted that the greater world got in the way of a manifestation for you. All you've ever really wanted to do is be able to make a better difference, to make this world better. And what is returning to you is the feeling that you do. All right, that was your reading. If you want to book me for a private reading, there's a link to my website in the description box down below. What are you going to be celebrating soon? Evidence of your power.